بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم انفعنا بما علمتنا وعلمنا ما ينفعنا وزد العلم يا رب العالمين. Firstly, Jazakallah khairan, Abu Saajid. But may Allah reward, that kalam is not correct. Allah musta'an. The people here in this building more knowledgeable than me that those questions that Abu Saajid is talking about should be referred to. Jazakallah khair. With the limited time, inshallah, what we're going to do is do a, as it says, comprehensive description of the fast. So, inshallah, I'm going to try to give a full day of fasting, which should happen in a full day of fasting, from beginning to the end. From the beginning to the end. With not too much detail, but it's as if you are explaining it or we're talking to a new Muslim. Okay? As if we're talking to a new Muslim. What should you do? What shouldn't you do when fasting Ramadan? Tayyib, one full day. If Allah permits, if we have enough time. Inshallah. So, the first thing that's going to happen, if we're talking to the brother or the sister, let's call him Zaid or Amr. Call him Zaid. The first thing, brother Zaid, we're going to do is we're going to wait for, or we're looking for the moon sighting. We can't start fasting until the moon of Ramadan. Till Ramadan, the month of Ramadan begins. So Brother Zayd says, well, how do we know when the month of Ramadan begins? Anyone? Does anyone know? How do we know? How do the Muslims know it is the month of Ramadan? It is officially the month of Ramadan. How do we know? Anybody? How do we know it's the month of Ramadan? Sheikh. The sighting of the moon. Sighting of the hilal. The hilal for Ramadan. That's one way. That the moon is sighted. The actual moon for Ramadan is sighted. Meaning the people go and they go to see the moon. For example, on the 29th night, they go and they spot the moon. And the moon is spotted. You see the moon. They say, okay, we're starting to fast tomorrow. The moon has been sighted. If the moon is not sighted, then what happens? Do we start fasting anyway? Huh? After 30 days? Of Sha'ban. If the moon is not sighted, then we have to complete the month before Ramadan, which is called Sha'ban. So either one, we're going to see the moon early, 29 days, or two, we're going to complete Sha'ban, 30 days. And it's important to know that Sha'ban, on the Islamic calendar, the months don't go over 30 days, either 29 or 30 days. Clear? Either 29 or 30 days. Secondly, we have to note now that Maghrib is the beginning of the day. Okay? Maghrib starts the next day. It's important related to the rulings. Maghrib is the beginning, not after Fajr. Therefore, for example, today is Saturday, right? When is Sunday for us? Usually Sunday is tomorrow morning, right? Sunday morning. But Sunday for us starts tonight at Maghrib. Clear? The night precedes the day. So either one of two things. Either the moon is going to be sighted the 29th of Sha'ban, and we're going to start fasting, which makes Sha'ban 29 days. Or if the moon is not sighted, we'll complete Sha'ban in 30 days. Clear? Now, brothers, we're not going to go into too much ikhtilaf of, not too much. We're talking to a new Muslim. This may be his first Ramadan. Right? He doesn't know how to fast. So we're trying to tell a new brother or a new sister what they should do their first Ramadan fasting. We're going to wait for the moon to be sighted. Now you, brother Zayd, or the new Muslim, you're not going to be the one sighting the moon. So basically, you're going to go to your local masjid. They're going to announce the moon has been sighted. And that's another issue of international sighting or local sighting. A difference of opinion between the ulama of which one should be followed. Meaning the people in this locality or locality near here, they go and they look for the moon themselves. Or do we follow a sighting that has been somewhere else in the world? For example, in Saudi Arabia. The moon is sighted in Saudi Arabia, so we fast because they saw the moon. International sighting. Or should we just here ourselves go sight the moon? Either one can be done. There's a difference of opinion amongst the scholars. Basically, we're going to follow what our message that we pray in every day. Whatever they go with, we're going to go with. Basically, in a nutshell. Tayyib. Once we know that, for example, the next day is Ramadan, but it's nighttime because the moon is sighted around Maghrib. Okay? When they go to look at the moon, look for the moon for Ramadan. Usually in Saudi, around after Maghrib, 15, 20 minutes after Salat al-Maghrib, we would know, okay, tomorrow's Ramadan. 20 minutes, half hour tops. If we don't hear anything in a half hour after Maghrib, usually it's not Ramadan tomorrow. The next day. Clear? So, we have the announcement after Maghrib that the moon has been sighted. Tomorrow's Ramadan. At this point, this is important. At this point, we're in the night. Okay? We're in the night of the following day. We're in the night at Maghrib. Tonight, Saturday night, will be, Saturday night after Salat al-Maghrib is considered the night of Sunday. Clear? If it's not clear, raise your hand right now. If it's not clear, raise your hand right now. Yes, not clear. Tayyib. Tonight is today is Saturday. Today is Saturday. When we pray Salat al-Maghrib, the adhan for Maghrib, we will enter into Sunday night on the Islamic calendar. The Islamic calendar. If you notice, when we get to this next issue, why is this important? Because now, this is the first night of Ramadan. We haven't fasted, but it's the first night of Ramadan. Clear? The first night of Ramadan, we will not fast that day. We won't fast that day because that day we'll be looking for the moon. And we won't look for the moon until Salat al-Maghrib. After Salat al-Maghrib, they saw the moon. Tayyib, we fast tomorrow. Clear? Did we fast that day? We didn't fast that day. Okay? So it's the night. At this point, once the moon has been sighted, this is considered the night. The night for the first day we're going to fast, which is tomorrow. That night, from after Maghrib until Fajr, is the night. Which in this point we need to make our intention to fast Ramadan the next day. Point being, the intention to fast has to be made at night. The niyyah to fast Ramadan needs to be made during the night. Could be the beginning of the night, the middle of the night, or close to Fajr, but it must be made before Fajr. Clear? The niyyah, the intention to fast, has to be made before Salat al-Fajr, Adhan al-Fajr. Adhan al-Fajr, meaning that we're starting the day. If you start the day, you have to have your niyyah to fast. Your intention has to be there to fast. You can't fast without an intention. You can't fast part of the day without an intention. On an obligatory fast, So sometime during the night, we need to make our niyyah, whether it's in the beginning, the middle, or the end. Clear? So we have the moon sighting, Brother Zaid, and then we have our intention. We've made our intention. Now there's a little detail to the intention. And some of the ulama say yajibu ta'yin. Ta'yin. You have to specify that they're fasting Ramadan. You have to specify that they're fasting for Ramadan. Not just I'm fasting tomorrow. Or I'm fasting maybe because it's Monday. Brother fasts on Mondays and Wednesdays. People fast on, Mondays and Thursdays. Right? He specifies I'm fasting Ramadan. Clear? Is it khilaf? It's khilaf. We're not getting into the difference of opinion. We're telling the new Muslim the safest thing to do. The safest thing to do, the moon is sighted, make your intention to fast Ramadan tomorrow. Why is this? They say because once the day enters, once Fajr, the Adhan of Fajr enters, right? The day started. And if you didn't make your niyyah before the day started, did you fast the whole day? You missed a portion, right? On the safe side, make your niyyah from the night. Clear? Tayyib. He makes his niyyah. He makes his intention to fast Ramadan. From the nighttime. Before the Adhan of Fajr. So he doesn't miss anything from the day. That night, something else is going to happen. We didn't fast at all. Only thing that happened so far is the moon was sighted for Ramadan. So we know tomorrow we're going to fast, inshallah. I make my niyyah, I make my intention to fast Ramadan tomorrow. Right? We didn't even pray Salat al-Isha yet. We pray Salat al-Isha and then something else is going to happen. The Masajid are going to be praying Tarawih, a long Salat for a person who never prayed it. So what is this Salat they're praying? I thought we only prayed 5. Well, Ramadan we have an extra one. In Jama'ah. Tarawih. Tarawih is a sunnah. It's not obligatory, but it's a highly emphasized sunnah that the Prophet ﷺ, he led the Sahaba in, and then he left it off. He didn't pray it some nights, he prayed it some nights, he didn't pray it some nights. But it's known that it is a highly emphasized sunnah that is prayed in congregation, in the masjid, out loud in congregation. The issue comes on how many rak'ah are we going to pray in Tarawih? Yes. 11. Jade. We pray 11. 21. Mushkila. 36. Why not? Ahlan. The brother said, well, wait a minute. How many do we pray? I asked the brother yesterday. He said we only pray 11, but you're telling me we pray 20 or 21? Another issue of khilaf. The scholars differ. And these issues of khilaf are not to be... we have to understand that these issues of khilaf are not new. It's old. These issues are old. They may be new to us, but to the scholars of Islam, they're old issues that the khilaf has been there. And they didn't argue and fall out and start calling names and, as the brother said, disrespecting people because he prays 20 rak'ah instead of 11. Or he's praying 11, he's not praying 21. Or he has some ta'assub to his madhab because he prays however many he prays. It's an issue that the ulama recognize they differ upon, and it's a solid khilaf mu'tabar. It's recognized amongst the ulama. So if your local masjid prays 11, then you're going to pray with your local masjid, Brother Zaid. If you can't handle it and you know another masjid, it's permissible to pray there if they pray a shorter rak'ah and he can't handle it. Maybe he can't stand that long, maybe it's too long, he has to go to work. but he still wants to get the reward. So the number of rak'ahs is an issue. That we don't want to make a long issue, but there's a nice statement here from Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah discussing how many rak'ahs should be prayed. And he says, لَهُ أَنْ يُصَلِّيَ 20. If you wanted to pray 20, you can pray 20. كما هو المشهور في مذهب أحمد والشافعي. As the two imams, Imam Ahmed, Imam Shafi'i have said, pray 20. Their position is you should pray 20. And then he said, وَلَهُ أَنْ يُصَلِّيَهَا 36, or you can pray at 36 rak'ah. كما هو مذهب مالك. And this is the madhab of Imam Malik. وَلَهُ أَنْ يُصَلِّيَ 11. Or you can pray 11 or 13. وَكُلُّهُ حَسَنٌ. All of it is okay. There's nothing to fall out and go to extremes and think, his brothers are innovators because they're praying 20 rak'ah. Or they're innovators because they're praying 11 or 13. This is an issue that is known amongst the scholars, and it's not for us to go overboard because it may be new information to us. He said, وَمَنْ ظَنَّ أَنَّ قِيَامَ رَمَضَانَ فِيهِ عَدَدٌ مُؤَقَّتٌ لَا يُزَادْ فِيهِ وَلَا يَنْقُص فَقَدْ أَخْطَأَ. He said, whoever thinks that there's a specific number that a person has to stick to for praying the Qiyam al-Layl in Ramadan, he said that he can't go above or he can't go under. He said this person's made a mistake. Point being, there's room for different on the number of rak'ah, Brother Z. Clear? So we're still in the evening, the nighttime. We prayed Tarawih. Our masjid prayed 20. We prayed 20 rak'ah, or we prayed 23 rak'ah. Khalas, we prayed Tarawih. Or we go to a masjid, they prayed 11. Whatever your local masjid prays, we go home. The next issue we run into doesn't hit us until the next morning. We've already made our niyyah. We made our intention to fast the next day. Right? We prayed Tarawih. Alhamdulillah. Now our next day, the first day of fasting comes up. First issue we run into is sahur. The pre-dawn meal, taking the sahur. And just as a benefit, as-sahur was-suhur. For those who know Arabic. As-sahur bil-fatha. As-sahur bil-fatha is as-sahur bil-fatha. I know some Arabic students in here. I'm sure there's some brothers in here learning Arabic. I just want to see if maybe they got there yet. If not, that's. طيب, as-sahur bil-fatha basically is whatever you're eating, the food that's being eaten. Okay, as-sahur, sahur. As-suhur, the dhamma, is the action of eating. The action itself of eating the pre-dawn meal, as-suhur. And they say that's what is meant here, as-suhur, the action itself. طيب, the suhur is a sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, and it is the sunnah to delay the suhoor, ta'khir al-suhoor, to delay the suhoor closer to Salat al-Fajr, the Adhan al-Fajr. Ta'khir al-suhoor. As long as you're not afraid that you're going to miss or the sun is going to rise, you don't delay it until you miss. Delay it with enough time to eat before the sun rises, before the Adhan al-Fajr. We go by the Adhan al-Fajr. A lot of times we go off of the prayer schedules. That's a whole other issue that we're not going to get into. But if you were in a Muslim country, it'd be a lot easier. You can hear the Adhan call itself. Alhamdulillah, that's a ni'mah in itself. But if you know the Adhan is clocked at 5 o'clock, or 4 o'clock, then you know, you make your preparations ahead of time. You want to delay, but don't delay until you know you're going to miss it. You're going to miss the time. Tayyib. The suhoor itself is a sunnah, and the Prophet ﷺ, there's a famous hadith. عن أنس بن مالك رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم تسحروا فإن في السحور بركة. Take the suhoor, the pre-dawn meal, because in it is barakah, is blessings. And the earlier man explained the blessing is in the action, and also it can be in the food that you eat. So there's an encouragement to take the suhoor, along with the other benefits of the suhoor, that it strengthens the fasting person's body. Therefore, they don't look at fasting as a hardship. As you know, sometimes if you miss the suhoor in the morning, it's a long day of fasting, especially now in the summertime. You talk to us, the first thing you say, I missed suhoor today. SubhanAllah, it's going to be long, I missed the suhoor today. So it's a lot of different benefits to taking the suhoor. After he took his suhoor, let's just say a person, another issue. The person, he wanted to eat the suhoor, but he overslept. He missed the suhoor. He missed the suhoor. Can he still fast? Yes or no? If he misses the suhoor, he can still fast. Yes. Jade. Yes, he can still fast. Tayyib. Is his fast affected in any way? Huh? Does he in any way diminish his fast because he missed the suhoor? Huh? His fast is not diminished. Did he miss? He missed a sunnah. He missed some barakah. Definitely. He missed some blessing. He missed something that was from khayr, that was good. Because it's from the sunnah of the Prophet to take the suhoor. But his fasting is okay. Tayyib. The brother, mashallah, he works overnight. He works overnight, or he worked a double the previous day. Sometimes we work doubles. He worked a double the previous day. The first day of Ramadan comes, he doesn't just miss the suhoor. He sleeps to Maghrib. He sleeps all day. He's up all night. He gets off of work, comes home, goes to sleep, wakes up. It's the adhan of Maghrib. Mumkin. We might look at it now and say, because of our days are long now, how did he sleep from 3:30 to 8:15? But it's not always that long. Sometimes, maybe 15 years ago, maybe 15 years or longer, Maghrib was at about 4:30, like in the winter. In the winter days, Maghrib is at 4:15, sometimes 4:30, right? 6 to 4:30. He pulled a double. He worked 16 hours, he slept. Is his fasting correct or not correct? He slept the entire day. Is this a valid fast? The brother slept the entire day. Anybody? What do you think? Huh? Yes. I'm sorry?
You said it's accepted?
Is the fast valid?
Yes.
It is valid. Even though he never even fasted, as we know, fasted. He slept. He slept the entire day. Did he make his intention? He made his intention. He just never woke up all day. His fasting is okay? Alhamdulillah. Huh?
Yes.
Jade. He made his intention. Manama Jamia Nahar. It comes under the person who sleeps for the entire day. La yamna. There's no problem with his fast. It doesn't prevent his fast from being valid. Did he miss out? Is his fast like the person who was up, struggling, praying in the masjid, going back and forth? Allah. He didn't face that struggle, but it's a real life situation. He may have overcame him. He slept all day. Right? Why is his fast still valid? Anyone have an idea? Yes.
Because he didn't break it. Things that nullify it. He didn't nullify it.
He didn't nullify it.
Right. Like by eating or being with his wife.
Right. MashaAllah. He didn't nullify it. When did he start fasting? What time did he start fasting? Right? The brother slept all day until the Adhan of Maghrib. The ulama say his fast is not affected, is not invalid. That doesn't invalidate his fast. The reasoning they say because sleep is a normal thing. He didn't lose his sanity or anything. He's still a regular, functioning human being. He slept longer than usual. Right? He slept longer than usual. They say لأن النوم عادة ولا يقطع تكليفه. It doesn't remove him being actually in a state of sanity and responsible. Okay? طيب. Like to now, we have long days. We have long days now. Fajr will be between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, and Maghrib will be maybe after 8. A brother says, Zayd, it's his first year of fasting. So he says, around Asr, 5 o'clock, he comes to me and says, listen, I'm breaking my fast. I gotta break it. I'm breaking my fast. I'm on my way right now. I'm going down, I gotta eat. I'll see you at Maghrib, but I'm breaking my fast. Huh? Is he still fasting at this point? It's hard, it's rough, it's a long day. He says, I'm breaking my fast. I'm telling you now, ma'alish, but I'm breaking my fast. It's broken. He didn't eat.
His intention was to break it.
Allah Akbar. This is a statement. His intention. They say, Man nawa al-iftar aftara. Who the person who intends to break his fast, say he broke his fast with the intention itself. Why? Sara kaman lam yanwi liqat'ihi an-niyya. When he intended to break his fast like that, I'm breaking my fast. With the intention, they say he becomes like the person who never intended to fast. Why? Because he broke his intention. He erased the initial intention he had to fast. He erased it. Huh? I'm fasting. He made his niyyah from the night. It was going a little rough. He said, you know what? I'm breaking it. They say, what did he do? He erased that entire intention with a new intention. His new intention is to not fast, so they say he broke his fast.
Well, what if, okay, if he's told...
Hold on. This is for Zayd. Huh?
Okay, so
The
Zayd,
new Muslim. We don't want... Yes.
so Zayd told his companion that he was going to break his fast.
Mm.
His companion gave him nasiha, and he said, don't. And Zayd accepted it. Is his fast still valid?
Allah. But one thing that his companion can't see is his niyyah. If we're talking, right, and this is important, everybody has to fear Allah to the best of their capability. I can't look in the brother's heart because he might walk up to you jokingly. Say, I think I'm going to break today. Maybe he's joking, maybe, I don't know. All I know is what I hear. Allah knows what's in the hearts. If you intend, there's nobody there, and you intend, you're driving to the pizza store to break your fast. Somebody calls you on the phone and says, what are you doing? You break down and tell them, I'm on my way to the pizza store. I got to break it down. Right? They say, men know out. We can't look at people and look and tell their intentions. Allah Alam. Allah Alam. Some of these issues I'm mentioning for the benefit of being aware of the seriousness. Fasting Ramadan is a pillar. Fasting Ramadan is a pillar. So we want to be very careful to fulfill the pillar, right? By learning and staying away from things. And this is a statement with the ulama. Some of the ulama say that what? He broke his fast with the intention. It's a position. And there's a such thing called khuruj min al-khilaf, which is, in a nutshell, taking the safer route, right? For example, if you go to a certain sheikh and ask him a question, say, I made my intention to break my fast. Is my fast broken? One sheikh may say yes. You go to another sheikh, no. طيب. If you never made the intention to break your fast, you're not harmed in any way. If you never intend to break your fast, either way you don't lose. But if you do intend to break your fast, there are some ulama who say yes, that breaks your fast. Staying away from that one, you just stay away from the whole issue in itself. That's in a nutshell. خروج من الخلاف. طيب. Another issue comes up. The brothers in the house or the sisters in the house for the time of Sahur. And I just realist can't find the prayer schedule because you're not listening for the adhan. Can't find the prayer schedule. The adhan on the cell phone is on silent. Right? Can't find the prayer schedule, what time to stop eating. So he's in the kitchen eating. طيب. He's in the kitchen eating. Not sure. Not sure if it's time to stop eating or not. Not sure if it's time for Salat al-Fajr or not, the adhan al-Fajr. He has some doubt. Right? The issue is, man akala shakin fi tulur al-Fajr. He eats and he has some doubt. He's eating the suhoor. He has some doubt if it's time to stop eating or not. Is his fast valid or invalid? He's in the house eating, can't find a prayer schedule, he's eating. I'm not sure if it was 5 or 5:05. I think it was 5:05. So I'm gonna just, take down this oatmeal real quick. 2 glasses of water, 3 dates. Right? Some doubt. I don't know. I think it was 5. I'm not sure. And he does this. Does this affect his fast? Huh?
He's not sure.
He's not sure.
Oh,
Shak.
There's no certainty.
There's no certainty. It's 50% chance. Shak, doubt. 50% chance that it was 5 o'clock. 50% chance it was 5:05. Not sure. Yes.
No, it does not break his fast.
It does not break his fast. Why not?
He can look out and see the horizon of the true Fajr.
Of the true Fajr. So he looks out of his window and he sees the horizon of the true Fajr. Tayyib. Shit.
He's a Muslim, right?
For example, first of all, he's a new Muslim. Number two, he lives in this middle project building over here. So when he looks out the window, he sees another building. Us. Right? But that's not the reason. But if you said that, I would just say the brother lives over here, and he can't see anything but the next building over. They say that this situation, as long as it doesn't become clear, to him that the time was 5 o'clock, it never became clear to him that he went over the time. If it becomes clear that he went over time, then no. If it doesn't become clear that he went over the time, the fast is correct. Why? They say because the origin, the asl is that it was nighttime and that the night remains until you're sure that it's daytime. Clear? Al-asl baqa al-layl. The origin is that it's still nighttime. Clear? The origin is that it was nighttime, right? You don't wake up and say it's still nighttime unless you get something showing you that it's changed. So they say the origin is baqa al-layl. Tayyib. On the opposite side, that was Sahur. On the opposite side, he does the same thing at Maghrib. He does what? Man akala shakin fi ghurub ash-shams. He eats and he's 50-50. I don't know, did the sun set or not? Did the sun set 50-50? It said 8, but it might have been, was it 8 or 8:05? He says 8. It was 8, Bismillah. Makes the dua. Right? At 8. He has some doubt, 50-50, if the sun has went down or not. Is his fast correct or incorrect? Correct. Incorrect. He says correct. Incorrect. Why is this fast correct?
Because we know that there's a hadith that says break the fast as quickly as possible, as soon as possible.
Mumtaz.
You could be using that.
J. Mumtaz. Why is it incorrect?
Because it's in the also that he's fasting. So he has to come. It's also that it's daytime. So he has to come to establish the nighttime so he can break his fast.
Allah Akbar. Sah. The asl is that it's daytime. You need something from certainty letting you know that the sun has dropped, has went down. And the hadith that you're talking about, hasten to break the fast, right? The scholars explain this is when you're sure the sun has went down. When you're sure it's went down, then hasten to break the fast. Don't hasten to break the fast and the sun hasn't dropped yet. Because then you break your fast early, and the asl, the origin is that it's daytime and we fast during the day. If we fast during the day, you don't rush to break the fast if you're not sure that the sun went down. If we're sure that the sun went down, then we shouldn't delay and say, well, I'm going to wait another 20 minutes just to, you know.
You said he was unsure.
He had shak. He was not sure his Maghrib. Sun's going down. He's not sure now. It's 50-50. He's not sure if the sun went down or not. In this case, the origin is what? It's still daytime. You can't just say, oh, it's nighttime. No, you need something from yaqeen, certainty, saying that it's nighttime. Tayyib. Huh?
Why wouldn't the other ruling go for the Maghrib? I mean, you say he wasn't sure
Uh-huh.
at the school time.
Yeah.
Why would that one go for?
Why is this fasting correct for Fajr, but it's not correct for the Maghrib? Anybody know? We said that he hastened to break the fast at Maghrib and he wasn't sure if the sun went down. His fast is incorrect. For Fajr, he was eating. He was unsure, 50-50, if the sun rose and his fast was correct. Why? Asl. The origin in Salat al-Fajr is that it was nighttime, and you can eat during the nighttime. The origin at Maghrib is that it's daytime. You can't eat in the daytime. But he has 50-50. Unless it becomes clear that he went over the time. Okay, we're talking about it's not clear what happened. Tayyib. Al-mas'ala that we all may not have to deal with, but some of us do. Al-jima', intimacy with the wife, or the wife being intimate with her husband. And this is the only thing that breaks the fast. هو الوحيد الذي يوجب الكفارة. The only one that you have to pay a kafara, expiation, or penalty. A penalty for being intimate during the day in Ramadan. And there's a hadith about this, and when the Sahaba came, it wasn't a small thing, he was serious. And the wording he used in the hadith, I'll leave it for all of you to go back and find the hadith about the one who said he had intimacy with his wife during the day of Ramadan. And the Prophet ﷺ gave him advice, and this is where these rulings come from, basically that hadith. Tayyib. It's two things for the person who does this. He is intimate with his wife during the day of Ramadan. The first thing is what? He has to, does it break his fast or not? It breaks his fast. So he has to what? Make up the day. Al-qadha. Just like if he was eating or drinking on purpose, intentionally, I'm breaking my fast, he has to make up the day. The second thing is he has to pay a kafara, a penalty for that action itself, being intimate with one's spouse during the day of Ramadan. Tayyib. The penalty is going to be the one of three things, and all this is mentioned in the hadith that I'll leave for you all to go and find. The first one may not be applicable to us, which is freeing a slave, itqu raqaba, freeing a slave. We don't have any slaves, but some of the ulama say, or paying that amount of freeing a slave. But we're not dealing with any slaves in this day and time. So, if he can't free a slave, he'll move on to the next one. And this is a serious, this is on your, if a person does this, he owes this. This is fidelity. We say on his neck, on your back, you got to wear that Yom Qiyamah, right? He does this. This is his due. He can't free a slave. He has to fast 2 months straight. Fasting 2 months straight. Siyam shahrain mutatabi'ain. If we think Ramadan is rough, 2 months straight. And just as a side point, I knew a brother one time. This kafala is also in another chapter. I know a brother, he accidentally, in Saudi, he accidentally killed a man with his car. He hit a man by accident, killed him, one of the street workers. So he went to court. They didn't lock him up, but he had to fast 2 months. That was the ruling they gave him when he went to court. He had to fast 2 months. So he would come, every time I saw him, he would be real weak. And it wasn't Ramadan, so he was the only one like fasting every day, not Mondays and Thursdays. Every day he was fasting for 2 months straight. So I asked him one day, what are you fasting? I just asked him, what's wrong? I said, I'm fasting. I said, you fast every day? He said, yeah, I fast every day. Then that's when he told me he accidentally killed a man, vehicular homicide, but it was an accident, and that was the penalty they gave him. Fasting 2 months straight if he's not able to free a slave. If he can't fast 2 months straight, he doesn't have the ability. And he has to feed 60 people. Sittina Meskina. What if he's not able to do that? And some of the other men say it drops off, he doesn't have to do anything, he's not held accountable. Point being, it's a serious issue. It's not something small. Person say, what if he doesn't know? Some of them might say, even if he doesn't know, the penalty still applies. So these are some of the things we need to stay away from. Allah made it permissible during the nights of Ramadan. So we have to take advantage of the nights of Ramadan. Say, well, akhi, the nights are short. Qadr Allah ma shafa'a. The nights are short, yes they are. But there are times of the year when the nights are longer. Alhamdulillah. Tayyib. Zayd might say, was it okay if I this is first year fasting. Can I gather up all my spit in my mouth and swallow it?